let's get this show on the road here. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, this is good. Oh, beautiful. Let's see here. You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way. But we are too... how's it going, everybody? Sorry about that. I was just doing a little bit of practicing, setting up here for the very first episode of That's Dalicious. Actually, I don't know. I got to figure out if the camera's going to go this way or this way. I might have to flip, but we'll figure it out going on. I'm going to put my my beautiful giant Guitar Hero, Rock Band guitar away. I was just doing some practicing, singing a little Backstreet Boys. You guys like the Backstreet Boys? I think that's something that we can all get behind, because the Backstreet Boys, I think that was good music back then, and it's even better now. So I'm gonna be flipping through here. So make sure you guys are enjoying your evening, and I'll be taking some comments and questions as we go along. Can you guys hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? Can somebody comment in there? Let me know that you can hear me. Hopefully you can. I got the AirPods on. These are the OG AirPods, so they're not necessarily the new AirPods, but it's all right. We give it a shot. We don't have a microphone floating around. Oh, thank you, Melissa. It's a pleasure to see you. Pleasure to see everybody tonight. I'm going to go ahead and start inviting people here to see if this actually works. I have quite a few folks that could potentially be popping in here as co-hosts and so on. So, but we'll figure it out as it happens here. I hope everyone's having a really good Friday night. Today's show is, well, I need to do a little screen. I have my assistant, my beautiful. Come in here, beautiful assistant. She's manning the cameras over here. What's your name, beautiful assistant?
Ellie.
Ellie, yeah, Ellie, short for Eliana. She is a beautiful assistant. I'm going to try to go forward here, but we'll figure out what's happening. If you happen to see any issues, which I definitely see issues already with That's Dalicious. It's probably gonna go this way. It's probably backwards, I'm sure. But bear with us as we get going here. So I'm gonna tap in, see if I can get my very first guest on. Let's see, how does this work? I'm gonna tap there. It says pin comment. We'll keep giving this a shot. But today's episode, I just want to let everybody know. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter L for Elijah Craig. It's one of my favorite drinks these days. Some really good bourbon. I'm gonna pour myself a little dranky drink. So Elijah Craig, it's a small batch, 1789 Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I highly recommend you guys give it a shot. It is a 94 proof. And we're going to do all kinds of stuff. We're going to do food and drink. We got comedy. We got music. I'm going to be sipping, because sipping is always a good thing. All right, I'm going to see if I can get my first co-host in. I don't know how to do this. Let's see if I tap a button here. I'm going to hit some buttons here. Bear with me as we're trying. Yes, Pete, this is very delicious. Bear with me as we're trying to get this thing running. Apparently, this works with everybody else's phone except for mine. I have no idea why. In the meantime, we're gonna be doing this every night, so you don't have anything to worry about. We're gonna have a lot of fun stuff happening over the next few weeks, because we're all sort of quarantined together. We're quarantine, as I like to say. That's probably a bad joke. Is it a bad dad joke? Is that a bad dad joke?
Yes.
Yeah, my audience says it's a bad dad joke, but whatever. All right. How are you guys doing tonight? Give me some comments. What's happening to you guys? What are you guys doing tonight? You just sitting there watching me on Facebook right now? Are you guys trying something else? Are you guys watching movies? Are you having dinner? Are you guys just hanging out with family? Because family's always good too, right? I see a lot of people logging in tonight. How's it going? I'm still having trouble trying to get this thing to work. But we'll go there. Whitney Mears is going to be my first guest if we can get this thing up and running. Whitney, hello. I don't know if you saw my invite, but we'll get cranking from there. Whitney is a friend of mine from way back, like 10 plus years. And we actually met at a video game conference a long time ago, and she's absolutely hilarious. Hopefully we can get, everybody's still working over at Ben's household. Wow, you guys are actually working. Cheers, Tom Chits. Pleasure to share drinky drinks with you. Clinky clinks, as I like to say. Luigi's got some homemade pizza and wine, and you did not invite us to come over. I might have to drive over your house and you just throw the pizza at my car window, because that's probably the only way we can do it these days. But we're just kind of hanging out. So I've known Whitney for a long time. I'm trying to see if I can get this thing running. If you see my finger all over the place, that's probably why it's things are going crazy. So bear with me. Again, if I somehow don't get this thing going today, there you go, leave it on the porch. If I don't get this thing going today, we'll try again tomorrow for sure, and after that. So Whitney, bear with me. I also have another friend that's going to be joining us as well, music-wise. I'm going to shoot them an invite. If you see the invite, this is to Jolene. She will be performing. So our musical guest for the evening will be Jolene. Is that My Dad's Moonshine? No, that stuff was a little bit strong, but maybe I'll break that out tomorrow. Some rakia, as we say. So giving this a shot. Bear with me. I mean, I'm trying everything here to get this thing working, which I've said a million times already, but that's okay. What else is new? You not see the invitation, Whitney? All right. You may need to back out, Whitney, and then jump back in. So maybe shut down the video and hop in there. And Jolene, you can't see the invitation either? My goodness. I'm trying. Hey, JPEG crew, how is it going to all my friends from the JPEG? I did send the invitation. I'll show you a screen cap later on. The first episode of a show. So I do a lot of podcasts, as people know. I do podcasting all the time. I'm podcasting a couple times a week at least. I figure we'll do this show every night for the duration of this quarantine. Me and my guests, yes, that is the coronavirus cure, many say. Me and my guests that pop in, my co-host, my lovely co-host, Eliana over here, who is too busy. She's waving. You can't see her, but she's waving. We're gonna try to have some fun every night this week. We're gonna do 9 o'clock. Think of us as like the early late show. Maybe that's a better way to call it. But I like to call it, that's Dalicious, because my name's Dalibor. That's why it would be Dalicious. Yeah, I'm dad jokes. I can't help it. So locally, while I'm waiting for some of those invitations to pop through, hopefully they get them. Locally, we've had some really interesting news. The Detroit Lions still suck. So I think everybody in Detroit already knows that. Everybody outside of Detroit probably knows that already as well. Very bad football team, and really weighing down our positivity in the city when it comes to sports, definitely. Let me take a little sippy sip. Clinky clink. What are you guys drinking anything tonight, by the way? Am I the only one who's pounding back some of the bourbon? Yeah, that's good. That's some ASMR for you guys. So some good audio for you as I'm slurping down some drinks. Maybe, why don't you come sit here while we try to figure this out? Yeah, put that away. Put this away. Okay, this is Eliana. Eliana, tell me a little bit about yourself. What have you been doing this whole week during the quarantine? Schoolwork. You've been homeschooling it, haven't you? Don't touch your face. You're not allowed to. Oh, that was a tear. That was a tear. So you've been homeschooling this week. What's it been like homeschooling this week?
It was, well, my dad makes learning fun. But
I make learning fun? Whoa, that's terrifying. What else?
And, well, still the same boring old schoolwork and the same boring old curriculum.
The same old boring school and the same old boring curriculum. Okay.
But I'm still managing it pretty well.
Managing it pretty well. See, she's actually doing a pretty decent job. And you've been doing stuff every single day, right? We started in the mornings. Actually, we're using your exact school schedule and following that as best as we can, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so morning, we do breakfast at the same time every day. Get her, dressed up, get her to her first class, which is usually the specials. You guys have specials. Monday, we did art. Tuesday, we did something else. I don't know. And we've been doing things every day this week. I think it's important to keep your kids on that same schedule, even if they're done with their homework or they're getting bored. Right? Excellent. What else have you been doing this week?
Well, I've been editing videos.
You've been editing videos. Yes, of course. My little videographer right here is editing videos. So, what have we been doing to stay fit? Because fitness is a very important part of being indoors. Hey, Sal, how's it going? Say hi to Sal.
Hey, Sal.
Yeah, fitness is a very important part. You're stuck indoors. What's the best way to stay fit indoors? What have you been doing to stay fit indoors?
Well, I found some really good exercise videos on YouTube.
Oh, exercise videos on YouTube. Okay.
Tato and I have been playing Ring Fit Adventure.
Yes, we've been Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch. It's a very good effective exercise tool.
And earlier today we played that football game. Remember?
Yeah, we tossed the football around. That was a lot. I'm hearing from Jolene that I have to go through Facebook to see us going live. Probably lol you're a millennial, Jolene. I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, my Lee says my AirPods look extra long. Thank you. That's a compliment. Hey John, how's it going? Hey, I'm waving to everybody. What else have you been doing? So we've been doing class every day. You did art class. What did you do for art class? Tell everybody what you made.
I had to make a Native American totem pole with factors of each of the 4 seasons.
That's right. I had to do. I asked her to do a totem that ties into all 4 seasons, which I think is actually important because it helps keep the creative side going and it helps you thinking about all the different seasons that are happening, right? Because it ties a little bit of science in there as well as art. Oh. So did you enjoy it?
Oh, I was watching.
No, it's a different person.
Oh, well, never mind.
And John, my friend John Blow says, yes, art is good, isn't it? Do you have fun doing art?
Yep.
Yes. What have you guys been doing with your kids? For the folks that have kids, have they been cooped up? Have they been enjoying their time off? Yeah, we're going to use this extra time to resurrect some of those old websites we used to do. Yeah, for the parents of the kids, how are the kids kind of handling this? I know I have friends in Illinois right now who are completely quarantined. New York, yeah, Justin Russo. By the way, Justin Russo is fantastic. Make sure you guys check out his art. Justin, do you still have your website up somewhere that people can log on to? Yeah, and lots of video games too. So I have a lot of artists that seem to be popping up in our stream tonight. That's kind of interesting. This girl is an artist right here. She's going to be the future producer of whatever thing. Speaking of which, apparently she's going to show us something. I don't know what it is. She made a logo for me. Check that out. It's backwards, but it says Side Quest for the other website that I run. Thank you. That's fantastic. That's going to go up on the website tonight. How does that sound?
I made this with one of my editing apps.
Oh, with one of your editing apps. Yeah. So John says his kids are sleeping in and doing movies late at night. Are you guys binging Netflix? What's everybody watching on Netflix right now? Give me some shout outs for what you guys are watching on Netflix. I mean, I'm still trying to get through The Irishman. I think I'll be able to do that in the next 3 weeks. It might take that full 3 weeks to get through, but that's a possibility. What are you watching? Anything special, or are you just kind of watching your regular stuff?
Just kind of watching my regular stuff.
Watching your regular stuff. I heard today on good authority. Oh, John says Lost in Space. It's friggin'. That Onward, the new Pixar movie that's out in theaters. Well, there are no theaters at the moment. Is going to be on Disney Plus starting April 3rd, and it's officially on digital today. So a lot of the movies that were in theaters or scheduled for theaters are actually popping up into digital. Sonic the Hedgehog as well. That's coming up. That's actually right on BoJack Horseman, Julian. That's awesome. Sonic the Hedgehog. A lot of the movies that were really popular or coming up are now going to be jumping into stuff like Disney Plus and online for rental. So yeah. So through the app. Oh, yeah. Make sure you go through the app, Jolene and Whitney. That's where I might have to, get you guys to join the this event. You see my big hairy hands. I know a lot of folks are watching me eat dinner earlier, but I was eating. What was I eating? I was eating turkey chili, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, turkey chili. Yeah,
and then ice cream after that.
And I had an ice cream after that. And maybe I'll try a different flavor of ice cream every night for everybody. So thank you, co-host, for your lovely commentary tonight. All right.
Okay.
And I appreciate you joining the inaugural edition, the premiere episode of this show. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell everybody before I kick you away?
I I got nothing.
You got nothing. She's got nothing, everybody. Okay,
I'm
thank
outta
you.
here. I'm just going to watch from the set.
You can watch from the set over there, our huge set, also known as
The sunroom.
the sunroom in our house. There's a lot of construction going on right now, which has been really interesting because I'm having a lot of conference calls and meetings for work and just construction going on in the background. For the folks that are working at home, like I am, and a lot of us are, what are you guys, how are you guys feeling like, working from home? This is something newer for me. I mean, I've done work from home before. I've worked, on snow days and, days that I have off. You're never technically off, in modern times. But, Tara says they're making pizza. And again, another person making pizza. And are we getting invites for people making pizza, Elle? We're not getting any invites from people who are making pizza, and that's a thumbs down. So actually, it's a thumbs up. Make pizza. That's awesome. Do family pizza stuff is fantastic. No, it's been interesting for me to work from home. I have a drawing tablet and I have my laptop, but I know a lot of people can't do the home work from home thing at the moment. So for the people that are, how is it? Is it busy for you? Is it easy to concentrate? Is it difficult to concentrate? I have a lot of friends who work from home most of the time. I don't, but I know it's different for everybody. So, John says working from home can get a little isolating. It can, especially if you're like stuck in an office. In fact, one of our coworkers is working from his camper van in the back. Jolene will know who I'm talking about. Working from his camper in the back, and that thing doesn't have heat. So you have that turned off, and you need to warm yourself up sometimes, and maybe try to get some Wi-Fi. But yeah, John says you need to schedule. Having a schedule, I think, is pretty important. So Clink again. I swear I'm not an alcoholic. I just really love bourbon and whiskey and scotch. So I'm gonna take a little sippy sip. I learned to call it a sippy sip from Gary Vaynerchuk, who's fantastic. It's been very interesting these last couple weeks. Hey, how's it going, Shana? How are you? And Tara, you've been busy, of course. You're PR queen over there. You're a lot of the folks that work in digital right now are perhaps even busier than ever before. Everything's going digital, from video games to movies to music and so on. Being creative is actually really important. Sandy, Micho is installing a restaurant hood from home is not feasible. That is exactly not feasible. Trust me. Being a part of the creative side of things is actually very important at this moment. Hey, Anita. It's actually very cool because there's so much technology out there. I mean, I'm live streaming my first talk show to everybody. Now, again, I do podcasts all the time. This isn't out of the norm for me, but all you guys are sitting at home watching me live do a talk show. And again, once we start getting this technical hiccup figured out, we'll be able to do a few more folks. Tara, I might even have you come on because you're always traveling. Tara says she has 3 events have been canceled, but things have been starting to go digitally now. So I'm curious to see how that transition's going to take place. Hey, Sash, how's it going? I have a lot of amazing creative musician friends and comedians that are going to try to get on here, but I think right now is the perfect time to get into something like streaming, because I was watching my friend David Hinson yesterday, or a couple days ago actually, play live music and live guitar on Facebook, and I was sucked in. It was his birthday. He was just playing songs for fun, and he had this fantastic group of people who were just sitting there watching. Some of them strangers, because I was pushing it out to a bunch of folks too. And loved it. I love listening to live music, and I think this is the perfect time. We're actually, in a weird way, we're becoming more connected than in the past. You can sort of tweet out or post a Facebook message and a Facebook post and hope you get likes and comments and stuff. But now that we're being more interactive, we're forced to be digitally interactive. I think we're actually, in a weird way, becoming closer. If I can actually say that. So. Some strange times we're in, but try to think of the positive stuff is what I always say. Yeah, John says his college roommate used to be in a band and play guitar. Get him to start playing, John. I think that's important. Live stream it. Have him live stream it, because I'm totally looking forward to it. So live music is awesome right now. I might do some DJ mixing down the line too. I think this is how I still do it. I still pretend I'm scratching discs, even though it's more like a button push here and there and a knob turn these days. But I might do some of that too. So, hey, Donna, how's it going? It's a pleasure to see you as well. Big giant shout out to all of the people that are involved in healthcare right now. You guys are at the forefront of this. You guys are feeling the brunt of it. I'm staying home. I've got a nasal drip going on right now, a little bit of cold, and I've decided, I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to go to the doctor, obviously. Mine's nothing compared to some of the things that are going out there. I know people who are hacking and wheezing and would normally go to the doctor. They're staying home as well, so that's a good thing. And big shout out to all of you. Shout out to the teachers right now. Like I said, my daughter's been home for the last week, and it's forced her to kind of do things differently. But her teacher has been extremely active in getting things understood, getting things set up for the next few weeks, doing the out of school and online education, which I got to tell you, the majority of educators out there are kind of learning this stuff right now. I mean, you're never educated on certain things, or you're never ready for certain things, I should say, until something big like this happens. So shout out to all the teachers and professors out there. Luigi, bring the boy band back. So that's a great one. We used to party out in Toronto all the time, and great story. We went, Luigi and I, Luigi's brother Tommy, shout out to Shana, Chris, DJ Luby, and Mladen. we went to Toronto. We said, let's all go to Toronto one day. So we went for a long weekend, I think, in August or something. And we went to the CN Tower. Let's go to the CN Tower. We'll hang out. Whitney, I totally understand. It's tough. Whitney's in New York City right now, and so they're having that full kind of lockdown quarantine, which is very tough for people. But doing stuff online, I think, is awesome. Hopefully, Whitney, we can get this working so I can have you on and really kind of figure this out. But I'll get it going. If we end up doing a restream through like Discord or something, we can actually do it live on this. So we could do that next time. Anyways, back to the story about the boy band. So we're running through, just hanging out in Toronto. Just had to go to the CN Tower. Hung out at the CN Tower, the 6 of us dudes, all with like frosted tips. Remember frosted tips back in the day? Frosted tips, skull caps. And we're walking down, we stepped down off the CN Tower. We're walking past, I think it was like was it a Hard Rock? I couldn't quite remember if it was a Hard Rock or a Denny's maybe. I'm not sure. We're walking past the window, and all these girls, these like preteens basically, look at us and start running down the side of the glass corridor as we're outside walking, and they're running, and we're thinking they're going to mug us. We don't know why there's like 15 or 16 of these younger girls chasing after us. Lo and behold, they thought we were some boy band that was in town, because later that night, we had somebody come up to us to say, we were like hanging out in one of the hotel rooms. Someone comes up to us and says, "Hey guys, just want to let you know, you guys did an awesome performance tonight." And I remember turning to Luby and a couple other folks and saying, he's kind of giving them the eye and turning back to this young lady and saying, I mean, I kid you not, I said, "Well, thanks. We do it for the fans, and we're here for making sure you guys have a good time. We hope you enjoyed our concert." I have no idea who they were talking about. I don't know if it was 98 Degrees or who was in town in Toronto at the time. We were just a bunch of dudes that, we thought the girls are going to mug us because you have like 15 girls chasing after you, and this is back in 2000, so terrifying times, turn of the century. So yeah, that was pretty wild. Those days are gone. I don't have skull caps. You can see my skull, but there's no, or I don't have skull tips or frosted tips anymore, but it's all good. So anyways, I know a lot of my folks, friends, and I call them folks, they're all family in LA, in Chicago right now, and in New York. I mean, the 3 biggest cities in the U.S. are on lockdown right now. Disney on Ice is in town. That's right, Chris. That's right. The Disney on Ice is in town. That's why people thought we were dancers or ice dancers or something. But yeah, the 3 biggest cities in the U.S. are on lockdown because of this crazy virus. But we're going to do this together. We'll get through it together, and we're gonna come out a lot stronger. Hopefully, stay healthier, and everybody can have a good time, get to know each other. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of the folks leaving great comments in this video right now. And I think that's awesome. Maybe some of you will actually get to know each other, so that's always a good thing. But we're all being positive. We're all having a good time. You mentioned the boy band, yeah, NSYNC. I was actually singing a little bit of Backstreet Boys. Backstreet's back again for like the 8th time. Okay, Tara, vodka tonics are fantastic. I think that might be the only vodka drink my wife likes is vodka tonics. I'm sorry, she likes gin and tonics. I'm the vodka drinker. Yeah, there you go. Your comment's going to start getting interesting. We usually do a lot of drunken live streams that end up going pretty bad. You can ask anybody on Team Side Questing. Dan Hevia, I think he may have popped up in the stream at some point. It can get pretty interesting. So I hope everybody's having a good night. We're at like 9:25. I was really only hoping for this to be a half-hour show. Daniela says we're the ladies of the house. I mentioned Eliana is over here editing video on her tablet. They can't see you waving because you're off camera, honey. Are you want to hop on camera real quick and wave hi to some of your relatives and some of your fans? There she is right there. Headphones, of course. 10-year-old going on 25. Get out of here, beat it, scram. And my wife it's 9 o'clock. My wife's asleep on the couch. That's typically what we do at 9 o'clock on Fridays. You guys all know that, right? Once you hit like 30, 9 o'clock on a Friday is like prime yawning time. All right. So that's it. Daughter is fantastic. I hope everybody's having a great time. We're going to try to get this thing running in a couple different ways, and I have a couple ideas of how we can get it going. Sorry I couldn't get Whitney or Jolene on here. We'll try again tomorrow with a few other tweaks and see if they're available, and we'll go from there. I'm going to try to stick to 9 o'clock. Hopefully that works, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm trying to do this every night if I can. I actually dressed up. Check this out. I got this nice blue jacket. I have the V-neck shirt. I left my glasses on. I kind of feel professional. I have the little whoosh, the side part there, and I'm not shaving. This is I'm calling it the apocalypse beard. I'm gonna try to see how long this gets. Kind of like a hockey beard. Like hockey players will let it go through the playoffs. So maybe this is more like the March Madness playoffs that we're missing is fully represented in this beard. So, anyways, sorry, no, Whitney, it's not you. It's not you, Whitney. It's me. Literally, it's me. I'm trying to figure out. Everybody's telling me you can just hit the button and people can log on. It's apparently my phone doesn't do that. It's usually everything I touch tends to break, but we'll figure it out. So, other than that, if anybody has any questions, any comments, any stories, I don't have any other stories. We did try to move I did leave the house. I'm sorry. I left the house today. I will have that confession. My wife's grandparents, their old house, they had their old grill, and we decided to steal it. Now that the house is empty, we said we need a grill. We have this new home. We don't have a grill. That's like the first thing a dude bro gets for their brand new house is a grill, right? And who knows if any of us will be employed in the next couple of weeks here. I figure I'll go steal a grandparents' grill. We had to disassemble this thing, and it was an absolute beast to take apart with rusted old screws and bolts. And here I am, just like hammering away on stuff, trying to get this thing to break apart, and ended up finally, dropping it and shoving it into my wife's car, and we ended up spilling just like ash all over the place, all the burnt up oil and stuff from all the food that was on there. But whatever, we got a grill now, so I'm kind of happy. I stole a grill from a house.
Totally normal.
Totally normal, as my daughter says. Totally normal. Mark Milner, my good friend Mark, is watching. Hey, Mark, how's it going? I think next week or next time, maybe, I'll get an old-fashioned going. Mark is a good buddy of mine who introduced me some really good old-fashions over in somewhere in, like, I don't know if it's Southfield or wherever, Telegraph. I don't know what road that is. Royal Oak area. Birmingham. I don't know where the rich people in Michigan live anymore. But yeah, hi Mark, how's it going? And yeah, so that's the plan. We'll keep this going. We'll keep telling stories. We'll keep connecting together. Other than that, I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Friday night. Feel free to hop on, leave more comments on this. If you have any, the perfect. Oh, you know what? Maybe what I'll start doing is dropping recipes for certain things on in this podcast. That could be, or in this show. This would be a good idea. I could do some really cool little drink recipes and food recipes. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Everybody have an awesome night. Thank you for joining me. Had a bunch of folks, surprisingly a bunch of folks, on this wonderful first episode. We'll get all the bumps figured out. I'll try a few tricks here and there, and we'll get this thing up and running. Thanks again to everybody for joining. I love you guys. Stay strong. We're better together. Allie, do you have anything to tell anybody? Do you have any jokes? You have a joke. You might have a joke or two. Come over here. Tell a joke.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hold on. She'll be right back. My daughter likes to give these phenomenal jokes, these kid jokes and dad jokes every time. So expect her to come out with some real bangers here. All right. Tell us a joke. What the goodbye joke? All right. What's the joke?
I was carrying a 9-foot-long book the other day.
You were carrying a 9-foot-long book, and
a woman asked me what I was doing.
So women asked you what you were doing.
I said, "Oh, it's a long story."
It's a long story. A 9-foot book. Get out of here. I love you. I'll see you guys. Take care. Happy Friday. Let's have a great time together. Let's enjoy it. We're all stuck here together, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a great time together. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.